Well, this is certainly not the video that I was expecting to make tonight. Can Jarrett Stidham lead the Denver Broncos to the Super Bowl? Just in case you guys missed the devastating news, Bo Nix is out for the season after fracturing a bone in his right ankle. It happened on the second to last play before the game-winning field goal. Nix was on a designed run. He got tackled by the ankles, and some sort of bone in his ankle broke. I don't know which one it was. I don't know the full extent of the injury. All I know is Nix is going to have surgery on Tuesday in Birmingham, Alabama, and his postseason is finished. Jarrett Stidham will be making his third start of his Denver Broncos career. We've seen Stiddy in preseason and in training camp, but this is going to be the first time Stiddy will be starting a meaningful game for the Denver Broncos. The two games that he started previously were after the Broncos had already been mathematically eliminated from playoff contention and they had benched Russell Wilson in 2023. I thought Stiddy did some nice things in those games, but that was year one in Sean Payton's system. This is now year 3 in Sean Payton's system for Jarrett Stidham. What has changed between now and then? What does the film say about Jarrett Stidham? That's what I want to get into today. Let's go ahead and bring in this video. I gotta shout out the Highlight Zone on YouTube, man. They literally just put this video out after the news came out that Stiddy was going to be starting. This is his preseason film from this year. And yes, it's preseason film going up against a vanilla defense with a lot of vanilla passing concepts. We've got to take this with a grain of salt. But it does give us a good basic idea of what Jarrett Stidham can do in this offense. So without further ado, let's get into the tape, Broncos country. So we've got our first drop back here for Jarrett Stidham, 3rd and 8. Now keep in mind, this is a highlight reel, so there aren't going to be a whole lot of negative plays being shown on this tape, but this gives you an idea of the positive things that Jarrett Stidham brings to the table. We'll talk about some of the more negative things a little bit later on. The biggest one being he does take some bad sacks sometimes. But let's get in here. This is just a simple little crossing route concept. You got Pat Bryant on the cross. You've got a little route here from the running back Tyler Bidet. So it kind of looks like a mesh concept. Linebacker's out of position. This guy's out of position. This is completely wide open. Bryant bobbles the catch, but very simple stuff right there. Nothing fancy whatsoever. Jarrett Stidham can execute these simple day one install concepts rather well. You would expect that out of a multi-year veteran quarterback. He was drafted in, I believe it was 2018, maybe 2019. I think it was 19. Yeah, he was the same class as Drew Lock and Daniel Jones, Kyler Murray, all those guys. So yeah, he came out of Auburn in 2019. He's been in the league for a while. You'd expect all of those basic routes to be completed right there. And here we got this play. Just got to pause it real quick for copyright reasons. Oh, this is the deep bomb to Trent Sherfield, isn't it? Yes, it is. That's beautiful ball location, and the DB is, quite frankly, in perfect position right here. That's just a teardrop, beautiful bomb right there from Jarrett Stidham. Hopefully we can see this version of Jarrett Stidham moving forward, man. I know one thing. He's not going to get this opportunity probably ever again to start in a playoff game, so I imagine he's going to come out guns a-blazing, man, and I'm really hoping we see this version of Jarrett Stidham. Here we got an all-22 play. Same play right here. Oh, man, that's just a beautiful throw from Jarrett Stidham, dude. He's got arm talent. There is no doubt about it. Jarrett Stidham has arm talent, and he can function at the NFL level. He can also play pretty well on the move. He certainly isn't Bo Nix. Good job right here, hanging in the pocket, going through your reads, and just drop it right down the sideline here. Good job by Franklin actually holding on to this one for the touchdown. Pretty wide open, but still, it's a throw that Jarrett Stidham can certainly make. Just kind of a little hole shot. Turkey hole, honey hole, whatever you want to call it. Very nice stuff right there. Very nice stuff. So we got this one here. It's 2nd down and 10. Minute 31 before halftime. Outbreaking route right there. Is that Michael Bandy? Yes, it is. Good job again. Nothing fancy here. This is all very vanilla stuff in the preseason, but Jarrett Stidham can make these throws, man. He's not Tim Tebow out there. He's got an arm. So we're kind of going back and forth between broadcast and all 22 here. I don't mind that. Ooh, we got another one-on-one. I forgot about this play. Troy Franklin climbing the ladder, dude. And it's just Stiddy putting the ball in a location where his receiver can make a play on it, man. That's all this is. And his receiver does make a play, albeit against a backup third-string corner who might not even be on the Cardinals anymore. But still, that's good stuff, man. That proves that we can at least expect something out of Jarrett Stidham. And again, I'm just pausing it because I don't want this video to get copyright claimed, so I'm doing these little intermittent pauses just so YouTube knows I'm actually analyzing this film. Little comebacker? Okay. I see you, Stiddy. It's kind of fun going back over and refreshing yourself on this film after not watching it for several months. This is nice, man. Again, it's going up against a preseason vanilla defense, but still, that's nice. It's a good throw. And here we can see a little bit of Stiddy on the move. He's not Bo Nix. He doesn't have that same athleticism that Nix does, and this isn't a very fast linebacker. Again, this is a backup player here, but still, man, Stiddy's got some wheels. He can be mobile. He can be athletic. Good job actually tiptoeing and staying in bounds right there. That's pretty nice, man. Nothing wrong with that at all. And you can see he's looking downfield all the way. He's trying to run to throw here, basically. But yeah, again, good job just kind of tiptoeing right there, staying in bounds. We're just about halfway through this film here, Broncos country. So we got this one. We're showing blitz pre-snap, and they back out of it into zone coverage. And looks like we've got an open man here in Pat Bryant. Yes, we do. Good throw on the sideline. Simple stuff. I expect a lot of these plays, but I'm hoping we can see Stiddy take advantage of some of these one-on-one matchups here, man. But a lot of these basic day one install plays, we're going to see a lot of them. And I remember this play. This is Lucas Kroll's touchdown where the 49ers just completely bust the coverage. Nobody near him. Lucas Kroll on that corner route. He's surprised that he's that wide-ass open, man. And Stiddy puts it where he needs to put it. Again, there's nobody within, 10, 15 yards of him? But still, fun play. 2nd and 6. This is the 49ers game again. Fake the toss to Estime. And again, just a little rollout, dump off, get it to your guy, put it on time. Let Trent Sherfield turn up field. Kind of a bummer that Trent Sherfield didn't work out in Denver, man. He showed so much flash and promise during the preseason. But put it right on him, let him turn up field, and pick up the first down. It's not fancy, but it's clean, efficient football, and this kind of clean, efficient football does win you games. It's not going to be this easy in a postseason game against the Texans or Patriots, but if Jarrett Stidham can at least go out there and execute the basic plays that are called, the Broncos will be in okay shape here. This is another play-action pass. The protection completely breaks down, so I'm assuming he's just going to dump it right here to Blake Watson, right? Yeah, that's exactly what he's going to do. I don't know why this is here. Yeah, that's just literally a check down. And is this going to be the big Evan Ingram catch and run? And again, it's nothing fancy, but it shows Stiddy on the run. Put the ball where it needs to be and let Ingram do his thing. I will say this. There was a much better connection in training camp in the preseason. Excuse me. There was a much better connection in training camp in the preseason between between Evan Ingram and Jarrett Stidham than Bo Nix and Jarrett Stidham. So maybe we see a little bit more Evan Ingram get involved because he's got such a connection with Stiddy, and right there he does most of the work, but Stiddy put it right on him. Not a bad job by Jarrett Stidham at all, man. And again, I'm just pausing this so we don't get a copyright claim or any of that garbage. YouTube does not mess around with that stuff. And once again, you're probably going to get caught by this defender from behind if this were an actual NFL caliber defender, but still, Stiddy on the run, that's pretty nice, man. He's wide open, Pat Bryant, but just goes to show that Stiddy can make some of these off-schedule plays that Bo Nix can. He's not going to make all of them. He's not going to be Bo Nix out there. He's not going to be running all over the yard playing that backyard football, but he can do some of this stuff. It's not out of his realm of tools that he has. So here we got a 3rd and 15. And in reality, that's probably a sack, but he gets out of it because it's preseason football. And that's definitely a Bo Nix type of play right there, man. Love that. That's just a fun play all around. Second down and 11 now. Stiddy climb in the pocket. And again, just a little in-breaker. That's a nice tight window throw. That's good. We can mess with that. That'll work at the postseason level. Yeah, nice. Very, very good right there. Now we got a 2nd down and 4. These plays are not in like a chronological order, by the way. Good job climbing the pocket and just find your guy. Once again, Trent Sherfield. All of that wasted potential, man. It legit looked like Trent Sherfield was going to be a weapon during the preseason, and come regular season, he just completely faded away. But good throw by Stidham right there. Got a 3rd and 5 play. This is a rollout. They do this all the time with Bo Nix. You move the line, move the pocket, move the launch point, and you find Franklin on the sideline. Literally, they do this all the time with Bo Nix, at least once or twice a game. So we'll see some of this with Jarrett Stidham, I would have to imagine. It's moving the launch point. This is a different play. Protection broke down, and we're just showing a screen. I'm going to skip over that. We don't need to see a screen, even though it was a really cool screen by Tyler Bidet. Do we got one more play? Yes, we do. Just a little drag. This one's behind, but still caught by Pat Bryant. And that's the last play I got. So, Jarrett Stidham, is he Bo Nix? No, he's not. Can he still play at the NFL level? I believe he can. The negatives for Jarrett Stidham, and this really showed up in that Raiders game that he started in 2023. When pressure gets to him, sometimes he will take some bad sacks. My voice is still a little bit hoarse from the game, but sometimes he will take those bad sacks and the pressure will get home and he panics under the pressure. I saw some improvements in that area. We saw that on the film we just watched in the preseason, but it's still preseason football. Can he put this together for all 4 quarters of a postseason game, let alone the AFC Championship game? We'll see, man. He's going to have to. That's the only chance that we have to win. Our defense had some issues against Buffalo. I don't think they're going to have the same issues against New England or Houston, but still, man, it sucks not having Bo Nix out there. There's no sugarcoating that. I do think Jarrett Stidham is a really solid quarterback and probably could start for a handful of teams in the NFL. I'm very excited for him to get this opportunity. I know he's excited, but also bummed for his really good friend Bo Nix having to go through that injury. It's a less than ideal situation all around. Basically, Jarrett Stidham, Sean Payton, and the Broncos are going to have to make chicken salad out of chicken shit, and they're going to have to prove why they deserve to be in this position. All right, guys, let me know in the comment section below, How do you feel about Jarrett Stidham after watching this film? Do you think that he can run this Broncos offense at least at an efficient enough level to stay competitive in this game? Drop those comments down below, guys. I would love to hear your thoughts as always. Be sure to smash that like button as well as subscribe and ring the bell so these videos appear in your notification feed. I would really appreciate it, guys. Those are both free and easy ways to show your support. Helps tell YouTube's algorithm to push us out, and it helps us get seen by more and more members of Broncos country just like you and me. Additionally, if you want to go above and beyond in supporting the channel, please consider becoming a channel member today. The link is in the description below. Or, even better, become a supporter on Patreon. That is the best way to support me financially. The link for that is also in the description below. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and until next time, Broncos country, I'm your host, Gage Madrid, saying peace out.